morning, YouTube family. Gonzo coming at you from the house. It's currently 8:57 in the morning. I am headed out in the Blueberry. Esperanza's parked right next to me, but you can't see her because my phone is up on my dash, so you can see what I'm seeing. It's been an eventful couple of days. So I got home after Laredo. I then headed back home. So I got home Saturday afternoon. Saturday late afternoon, early evening. So, wouldn't you know it, spent the night at home. I was going to just chill at home for a 10-hour break, grab wifey and grab our stuff and go ahead and head out. But that's Sunday. Then Sunday we started getting weather, like bad weather. And so I'm like, well, you know what? I'll take off on Monday. That way I can spend Sunday with the wife, you know, and the family, which is Valentine's Day, and you know, it'll be the first Valentine's Day I get to spend with the wife since I started trucking. So I messaged dispatch and told them, hey, you know, get me a load out of here on Monday. Well, wouldn't you know it, all hell broke loose after I sent that message. Power at the house went out around 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. So, in turn, that led to us making the decision to go stay at my mother-in-law's. Me and the wife stayed at my mother-in-law's. The rest of the family decided to go get a hotel room. So, the power didn't come back on until yesterday. Today is Wednesday. So we were without power a couple days. Luckily, it was freezing cold. So we still haven't really done an assessment of the house at this point. It's been too cold. We're just happy to be back home with power. We don't have any clue as to what in the fridges will need to be thrown away. If our deep freezer is still good, we'll have to take that into consideration in the near future. Right now, we're just happy to be home. But that being said, we don't have water at the house. So I'm not 100% sure what is happening exactly. I have a water pump, a water well. Those of you guys who live in the country know. You know what's up. If you don't live in the country, I have to explain. A water well is exactly what it sounds like. It's a hole in the ground that they pump. They put a pump in it, and that pump will feed water to a containment tank, a reservoir tank that will then feed your house. It's a pressurized system, and we've had the well for as long as we've been out here. It's really the only option because we don't have city water where we live. Anywho, oh man, I hope the freeways aren't closed. I'm seeing flashing lights here. Anywho, so I have become quite versed in the ways of the water well since my father passed away. He was the maintenance man. He was the guy who knew everything about maintenance and construction. You know, we basically built our home with some help from a very loving brother in Christ that helped us out to build our home. And between him, my father, and me, we did a ton of the work, and it was all good. Anywho, so ever since my father passed away, I've kind of had to step into the role of family caretaker. So yep, they're blocking the overpass. See that? See that? Anywho, so I know more or less what to look for whenever we're not getting water at the house. So I figured, hell, let's take a look at it. So there's various components to it. I won't get into the meat and potatoes of it, but ultimately, I fixed the problem why the well wasn't running. It was a capacitor. Replaced the capacitor and the well's running again, but we're still not getting water inside the house. I'm not sure if we have a burst pipe, or I'm not sure if maybe just there's ice in the reservoir tank. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that the water hose that is attached to the reservoir tank has water flowing through it. I can get water from that hose. So, what's that tell me? That tells me what I can do as a patch job, as a way of rigging it up just so we can have water in the house, is I can run a water hose from the reservoir tank to the house, to any spigot. I have a spigot on the side of the house that I can run a water hose to and turn that water hose on, and we will have water in the house. So that is what I'm trying to do. We're going to go to Home Depot. We didn't have water all night last night because I wasn't able to track down the piece of gear that I need to make this happen. But we're going to go to Home Depot to buy this vitally important piece of gear. I'm going to take you guys with me, and you guys will see firsthand the very important piece of equipment that we need to make this happen. But anywho, that's the mission for right now. So we're going to take care of it, and I will keep you guys in the loop. Let's go to Home Depot. Why not?
1, 2, 3, come on!
So one of the fun things we used to do as kids, or I used to do as a kid, and my brother did a little bit of it too, so did a couple of my cousins, is we used to come up with Mexican-American alternatives to name different businesses. AutoZone became VatoZone, O'Reilly Auto Parts became O'Reilly Auto Parts. Anyway, that being said, welcome to Home Depot. So we're in the store. I'm going to show you shot by shot what we need to get. Here we go. But when I came yesterday, it just so happened the line was about 120 people long. So there was no way I was going to wait in line for an hour and a half for a $2 piece of equipment. But here we are. So hopefully the line is shorter this time around. I'm sure it is. They must have had some time to learn from their experiences. But let's get checked out. I'll check with you guys back in the Blueberry. So, you guys saw my drive over here, and you saw it in time lapse. So I was listening to local radio. It turns out there's another winter storm warning coming for the next couple of days. So I've been an over-the-road truck driver for a while now, and I feel like my experience can benefit some of you, my fellow Texans. And just gonna say, buy the biggest jar of kitty litter you can. Kitty litter. Put it on your doorstep. If you have a porch, anything you don't want frozen, it'll help give you some traction. If you could buy rock salt, that'll work too. Something like salt for your water softener. That'll help. It'll help to where ice won't build up on your steps. That's what they use up north whenever it's gonna be icy. They put that stuff in on the roads, on the sidewalks, driveways and such, to keep it from icing up. Of course, if you're from Texas, you probably don't know that, but it is what happens. So they have big bags of non-iodized salt for water softeners here at the Home Depot, and that stuff should work. You don't have to get too fancy with it. I'm Mexican, so Mexican belief, Mexican theory would dictate, heat up some water and pour some water on your steps, or on your, pour some water on your driveway. Don't do that. That water will freeze if the temperature is below freezing. Anyway, but yeah, so just rock salt if you can get it. If not, kitty litter will help. It is what it is. We're gonna head back. Sorry, I don't like keeping a dirty car. We're gonna head back to the house and get this water hose situation done, and hopefully we can have some running water so we can, flush the toilet. That'd be good. I'll check you guys out later. So last night I went and helped my nephew, who had almost run out of gas in Sugar Land. Had a little 1 gallon jug that I filled. It was $2.09 a gallon. That was last night. Look at this crap. $2.39 for a gallon of regular. That's how much it increased overnight. Either somebody's price gouging or something's really messed up in the supply chain for fuel, because that's just ridiculous. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. I stopped at this McDonald's to see if it was open, but it's not. So we're gonna head home, breakfastless, but we will survive. Let's continue this journey. What is up, YouTube family? Gonzo coming at you once again. So, little update to my situation. Unfortunately, when I got home and hooked up the water hose to the house, it ended up leaking under the house. I'm not sure where, but I could definitely hear it. So that plan went ex-nay, and I ended up just running the hose inside, and that way we can fill up some water jugs so we can have water to fill toilets and wash dishes, basically. Showers, we have a truck stop about 4 miles from my house, so to pilot, and they have pretty good showers. It's a relatively new pilot. But anywho, so that's where everything is right now. Fortunately, the family will have just enough to get by for a few days, maybe a week, maybe 2, until we can have somebody come out and look at the plumbing and see how much it's going to be to get it fixed. So the pump is working right. The water comes to the house just fine. Later on, after I did that this morning, the temperature went up to about 37, 38. And the pipe thawed out enough to where we got water flowing to the house the right way through the actual main pipe, and it worked, but again, it was leaking, so we had to shut that off really quick. So that's where we're at right now. I got in contact with dispatch and told them I'll probably be ready to roll tomorrow at some point in the early afternoon. The weather looks like it should be clearing up around Houston, so we're gonna make it happen. But right now I'm actually in the truck, just getting some stuff organized. I want to give you guys a quick update to how it's going. So let's take a look. Excuse the floors. Again, we've never had weather like this in Houston, so nothing has really changed up here. Magnetic mound, trash. So here we go. We got the fridge. The fridge is here, and excuse me. Finally plugged it in. Seems to be like it's cooling, but obviously it's 30-something degrees, so that's no biggie. And, oh yeah, it's cooling. Freezer's getting there. On top, we got the PS4. And I have it strapped down along with the fridge, so it's not going anywhere. So this is mainly for streaming. I do have a few games on it. I will be bringing a few games with me, but mainly 90% of its use will be for streaming. I want to thank my boy Ethan for the microwave, brother. This was a big help. Thank you so much, man. Up here we got random stuff. We got some rags for cleaning windows. We got the PS4 controllers. We got the manuals for the truck, and my Q-tips, just because I didn't know where else to put them. Usually they go in my little go bag. We got the TV mounted up. It is a 32. I'm gonna upgrade later to something bigger, but for now this is gonna work. It's just the wife and me. We don't need to impress anybody. When I have the funds for it, I will upgrade to probably a 43 with 4K, all that good stuff. And my backpack, which is what I use when I go shower, it's gonna stay there. My duffel bag is actually currently full of stuff that I'm no longer gonna put on the truck. An old jacket, some other stuff that my wife and I put in here because we had to spend the night in here, 2 nights in here. Obviously my bed is still the same pillow. My wife's bed up there, actually, if you can tell, it actually has the sheet on it already. So there's also her cover up there. Here we go. So actually, you know what? It's kind of embarrassing that I'm doing this right here because it kind of shows how lazy I am sometimes, but it's okay. So this is gonna go in this bag. So we got baby wipes. If you don't have baby wipes and you're a trucker, what are you doing with your life? You should have baby wipes. Everybody should have baby wipes. This is gonna be the clothes drawers. So I'm gonna have my clothes here and here, her clothes here, and up here is gonna be reserved for actually dirty clothes. I'm gonna move those baby wipes someplace else. And this is gonna be more storage for her, and one random drawer, just for random stuff. I got a couple extra wires and stuff in there. So up here I got my hats, my safety vest. I still have plenty of room for other stuff I needed in there. I haven't used much of this storage. I got all my documents here. I got my LLC stuff here. I have my handy dandy atlas. And over here, I still have nothing. So that's actually just what it's at right now. So it's getting there. Only thing left to do right now is pack it up, go to bed. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow I'll be cleaning the floor because, just being in and out, with all the weather we've been having has been kind of rough, and sometimes you just need to get in real quick to grab something. You don't want to get in, climb in the seat, take off your shoes, climb in the back, grab whatever you're gonna grab, get back in the seat, put your shoes back on, then climb back out. So anywho, I'm gonna clean the floors a little bit tomorrow. The wife is gonna move her stuff in. I'm gonna go see a friend about a CB. Nothing fancy, just old CB. As long as it works, just something so I can communicate on the road, especially with the weather the way it's been. It's good to have a means of communication with other drivers. Oh, I forgot about this. So the cabinet under here is actually where my CPAP goes, and I just leave this cabinet open at night. I have considered putting a small hole right here on the side to let the hose out so I don't have to open this. Then I can also run the power wire through there. Now, if you don't know this, I did not know this. Shout out to my homeboy Josh Pearson for pointing it out. They sell a 12-volt adapter for the CPAP machine. Now, why is this significant? Because I don't need to have a 4.5 pound power brick lying around every time I'm going to use my CPAP anymore. I can just, throw this in there or put it through the hole that might be here, might not in the near future, and leave my CPAP in there, close it up, boom, Bob's your uncle, you're done. So I just thought that was interesting. We're gonna cut this video off for the day. I'm gonna go get some rest. It's been an eventful couple of days. What was going to be a 10-hour break, maybe a 34, ended up being Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, almost a week off. And I would like to say, well, it was planned, or I would like to not take the blame for it, but whenever the family needs something, you have to be there. And if you're available to be there, you're actually there, you're going to do it. That's just what you need to do as a family man. So that's what I did. I had to be here for the family. I could have selfishly decided, no, I'm going on the road, you guys deal with it, but that's just not how I'm built. So we carried on. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Gonzo will talk to you guys later.